welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Today's video is another holiday makeup tutorial, but this time I used all affordable makeup products. Most of the products you can get from the drugstore or from Ulta. I used maybe one or two things that are only available currently online, but also pretty easy to get. My Colourpop brow pencil, etc. So I wanted to do something that was, in my opinion, a little glam, not over the top glam. I also show you at the end of the video my dress. This dress is so affordable. You have to wait to the end to see how much it actually how much it actually cost me. Nothing in here is sponsored. I purchased, I would say 98% of the items myself. There are a couple of things that I was sent as PR that I really like, so I included it in this tutorial. But as always, the products will all be listed as well as the brushes. Everything will be in the description bar. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tutorials like this, more product reviews. If you have hooded eyes, I definitely recommend you checking out some of my other tutorials. And without further ado, let's get to this affordable holiday glam makeup look. Beginning with a clean, moisturized face, I used the Kiko Mattifying Face Primer and the Milani Eye Primer. For foundation, I did a mixture of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus with the NYX Total Control Drops for a little bit more coverage. Then I took my beauty sponge, and as you can see, I am patting it or stippling it onto my face. Concealer, I'm using the NYX HD in the shade Fair, and I'm applying it specifically to the inner corners of my eyes by the sides of my nose, because that's where I have a lot of blue, purple discoloration. So you want to make sure you get that area really well. I'm also now blending it out and then taking it onto my lids to smooth out any discoloration there. Because my face and my lids are so oily, I do have to use both an eyeshadow primer and a concealer. Sometimes I'll use like Urban Decay's Eden that has, it's a primer and it helps to conceal discoloration, but other times I just do it this way. And now I'm using the Catrice Nude Illusion Loose Powder to set. For my brows, I am outlining them using Colourpop's brow pencil in the shade Taupe. And then I went and filled them in using the Milani brow powder set. This is the shade Medium. I could probably use the light as well. These are looking a little dark here, but I think in the end you'll see that they look okay. I just think powder gives a really nice soft look. And now I'm going to be setting the brows using this Ardell Fiber Gel. It's really an excellent product. Went ahead and did one eye already. And I am beginning with the Matte Ivory shade from one of my favorite palettes, which is the NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals. And I'm applying this underneath my brow and in my tear duct area. Then I'm going in with the light beigey taupe shade from the palette, and I'm applying that to my upper crease, just blending that out with a fluffy crease brush. This pretty brush that I'm using is from the limited edition Morphe holiday set from this year. I'm not sure if it's sold out. If it's still available, I will link it, but any fluffy crease brush will work. And I'm just blending back and forth, as you can see, in that upper crease area. Then I'm taking the darkest brown, it's kind of like a cool brown in the palette, and I'm using a Sigma E47 shader crease brush and taking that to the outer corners and then blending it back and forth through my crease. Next, I'm using a MAC 252 shader brush, and I'm applying that kind of light bronzy gold shimmery color to my mobile eyelid, just kind of patting it on. And then to make a transition between the darkest outer corner and the lid color, I'm using a little bit of a darker shimmer, just so there's a transition from the light to the dark. I wasn't in love with the way the outer corner was looking, so I went back in with the more reddish brown in the palette and darkened up the outer corner, and then did the same motions that I did the first time, where I kind of blend it into the crease, starting at the outer corner and then taking what's left on the brush and blending it inward towards my nose. I'm just using a fluffy brush to blend. Next, I'm going in with my Sigma Wicked Gel Eyeliner and their winged liner brush. I'm not doing a wing with this look. I'm just lightly or making a fine line right along the entire length of my top lash line. Also applying it to my waterline. This is entirely optional. I know some people feel that doing this closes off their eyes, makes them smaller, so feel free to skip it or put a white there. Then I am taking a shader brush. I don't know why this went out of focus, but clearly it did. And I'm just using that reddish brown to soften the under eye area. And then I'm going back in with that matte ivory and just re-brightening underneath my brows. Now that brush that I used, it doesn't have a number on it anymore. Some of my brushes are really, really old. I think it's an old Chanel one. Next, I'm curling my lashes and applying some Catrice mascara. And I wanted to show you guys these lashes. They're the Ardell 110s. These are the ones I recommend for anyone just starting off with lashes. They're very, very easy to use and they're not over the top. Be sure you always want to be sure that you trim them to your eye shape. Apply a thin layer of glue. I like a brush-on glue. I think it's just easier to use. You get just the right amount on the lash, not too much. And then apply the outer corner first, and then I lay down the inner corners. Just taking a little bit of mascara to blend my lashes in with the falsies. And now we have the finished eye look. A Luxie contouring brush and the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I'm softly contouring my cheeks, forehead, and my nose. I'm not one to do heavy contour. I feel like sometimes it looks better in photos than it does in person. So I just do a really light contour. And for blush, I'm using this one from City Color. I apologize for not showing you the shade in the pan. It's called Guava, but as you can see by my reaction that it's really pigmented. These are great blushes, and I believe I paid like $3 for this at some beauty supply store. For my highlight, I used the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting bar in the shade Holly Gold. This is a limited edition highlighter. I did have to go in a couple times to get the intensity that I like because it is very subtle. It's not a bold highlight at all. Now for my lips, I used the Jordana lip pencil in Tawny. And then I found these glosses from LA Colors called High Shines. Found this at Walgreens for $6. So I applied the nude. I'd never tried this before. It's a little bit of a darker nude, or more dark nude than what I thought it would be. So I decided once I applied this gloss that I wasn't really loving it. As you can see, I'm not really that happy. So I decided to take this NYX gloss. It's their Glam Gloss, just to lighten it up and add a little bit of sparkle. And as you can see, I'm much happier with this finished look. And now for my dress. I purchased this from Missguided and it was $26. It's very, very comfortable. And these are the earrings that I picked up from Bauble Bar, also very affordable. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.